G'day, this is Archetypal Trader. It's the 18th of June 2021, and in this video today I want to present the Mercury retrograde on Bitcoin, ADA and Ethereum. So it's a bit different today. I'm going to be using Optima software instead of TradingView, so jumping straight into said chart. So this is Bitcoin in the Mercury retrograde. I'll go to the daily. So in this technique, what we're doing here, we're using prior Mercury lines that are squared to the velocity of price. So I've used $100 per degree and $50 per degree, and I've marked those zones in this purple horizontal line. So these prices are tracking the Mercury line that goes into the retrograde period of prior price. So I'll take those off and you can just see the horizontal lines, and I'll zoom into the retrograde period that we're experiencing right now. So we're over 75% complete this Mercury retrograde for June 2021, and you can see the price has bounced all around these four targets so far. We have had these upper lower targets that haven't really been challenged, the 19k and the 52k, and this 52k area lines up with the 61.8, not exactly, but it lines up to the 61.8. So that would be a lifeboat sort of situation. Instead of capitulating and selling your coins down in this area, I think there'll be a lot of business transactions done around 51,000 for people who want to let go of some crypto and get more of a cash position. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, these upper lower areas haven't really been challenged. Mercury retrograde finishes on the 23rd of June, so there's not that much time left. It'll be interesting to see how we do perform once this is finished. Coming into the 1st of July, I will make another video around Jupiter retrograde that's coming up soon as well. But we can just look at the 4-hour chart to zoom in to get a bit more detail. Yeah, we really have just chopped sideways throughout this retrograde period, but you can sort of see we came down and we found some support on this Mercury conjunction line here. Price hit that line, and that was that inside bar that I had spoken about in other techniques within Optima. We got that bounce of Mercury and into the 50% area, and then at 61.8 we sort of bounced back up as well. So it's been interesting. We've really tested these levels quite thoroughly on Bitcoin, but like I said, the lower levels don't seem to really be challenged at this stage. Moving over to ADA now, Cardano's chart. I'll start off with the daily. So this is the daily. No, it's not. This is the daily. So yeah, you can see similar things have happened here. I'll take off the Gann planetary line this time. You can see these are the prior zones. The lower and upper bands haven't really been challenged, but these two zones have been. We've hit the $1.76 and the $1.40 area. Interesting, we didn't make a lower low, but we made the lowest low within this retrograde period just before the 61.8, and we're bouncing and going sideways. There's no real bullish or bearish indication from this Mercury retrograde at this stage on Cardano. 4-hour gives you a bit more detail how we've tracked. Unfortunately, the data that I import from CryptoWatch on Optima, it can be quite fragile and tedious to sort of get the data in, and I haven't got all the data on the 4 hours. So obviously, ADA did get up to $2.40, and I haven't captured that data in on this. So that's not great, but you can see we've bounced around on these two targets. Ethereum is a different chart. Jumping over to the Ethereum chart on the daily here, The two prior targets zones were the $5 and $10 zone. That's price per degree. I've marked those on, and you can see with Ethereum within this retrograde cycle, you can just see that we haven't hit any of these bands within the retrograde cycle, and that's it's quite interesting because you can see back on prior retrograde levels here we've hit targets, but for now on Ethereum we haven't hit anything. We did come down to this $1,900 zone before we started the retrograde, and also what's interesting as well is that this level here, as we enter the retrograde cycle, you can see back on these other charts here on Bitcoin, you can see it on Bitcoin. We've actually come down and tested when we had this run up from 18,000 to 42,000. Price entered in at like 32,000 in the retrograde period, and we've come back and we've tested those levels. On ADA, we didn't quite do that, but on Ethereum, we haven't either. So it doesn't need to happen, but it's just interesting to sort of take note where price was when it entered in these areas going into Mercury retrograde. So yeah, we haven't tested 32 or 19, and the range is quite big compared to where Mercury was in these prior retrograde periods for Ethereum. So that's quite a difference compared to ADA and Bitcoin chart. It'll definitely be interesting to see how Ethereum wants to react. How Ethereum wants to react through the rest of the retrograde period, and what will happen after the 23rd of June moving forward. So yeah, that's a technique. That's all for this video today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below if there's a token or DeFi coin or crypto asset that you would like to see the Mercury retrograde period on. I'd be happy to shoot out a video and create that for anyone who's interested. Have a great day.